season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Cardinals will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns offense will take the field first. The give to the tailback. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national...
There he goes! He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Let's go. From the gun, the running back has it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps looking downfield. He's got him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Texas! A great catch and run for 6. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early. In front of this crowd, you know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Cardinals offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important, because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on,
turning it on. Forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right here. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run.
He smashes his way through again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It's a reverse. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Longhorns are on the move. Quarterback may change this route. Finds his target down the middle. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. No, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Puts it out of the air. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Look out, he's got room. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Sexton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
This time on target. Wide open spaces. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
With the catch, it's Barry. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Breaks into the open.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. The short hands. It's Gilliam. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Gilliam.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Look at the big fella roll. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Cardinals! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden... at the ball, they hit you, they knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Here's a heat.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Corrals it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances. Get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game. But right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
The Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flushing, I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far.
Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Powers through the defender. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. Fights off the defender. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sexton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. The Cardinals with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They're going to run it. but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sexton. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Fires to the big fella. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds a tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Catch in the middle, it's Barry. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Cardinals had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. He'll sneak it. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Western Michigan is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia Southern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Sexton. Oh, he's got some space. Just keeps moving. The 40. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Louisville. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking for room at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Barry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And his first throw here is incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. The Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick them. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country. He's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Snagged out of the air. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Looks it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. All wideouts, no backs. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He's got it on the outside. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Using his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oaks.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Makes the grab down the middle. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those
so hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. They're working that left side. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. And the Longhorns are in the red zone. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys.
It breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's complete to the left. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. 2nd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He unleashes a long one. Snatches it on the right. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at him.
until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas.
Going for it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And with this touchdown, man, you got to get a little bit excited. Getting your first win of the season. First 2 weeks has not gone how you wanted it to go. But today, put a good game together. Offense now, scoring this last touchdown. Defense go out, hold on, don't make big mistakes, and you got your first dub of the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now
he lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Going for it all. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And they get it in the end zone for a safety, and that should wrap this one up tight. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.